Renowned percussionist, best known for his work with Frank Zappa, has died at the age of 70. Mann's passing was announced by fellow musician and Zappa collaborator Chad Wackerman, who paid tribute on social media. "Rest easy, my old friend Ed Mann," Wackerman wrote. "A masterful and brilliant percussionist. He could read anything Frank Zappa threw at him, and I never once heard him make a mistake. He toured with Frank for 11 years and went on to record with many of the greats. Ed was a creative force and a great teacher and will be missed." Mann's passion for music began in childhood. He received his first drum kit at 11 and quickly started performing with local bands. In 1972, Mann began studying at the Hart College of Music in Connecticut before transferring to the California Institute of the Arts a year later. At CalArts, he expanded his musical knowledge to include jazz, world music, and experimental rock. In 1977, Mann was introduced to Frank Zappa through mutual friend John Bergamo, one of his instructors at CalArts. This connection led to an audition with Zappa that would define Mann's career. "It happened at 2 o'clock in the morning up at his house," Mann recalled. "Patrick O'Hearn and Adrian Belew were both there. Zappa just put some stuff up and asked me to read it, which I did as well as I could, and then we improvised and played by ear. Then he asked me to join the band." Mann's tenure with Zappa lasted from 1977 until 1988, during which time he appeared on more than 30 of Zappa's albums, both studio and live releases. His remarkable skill and creativity made him a standout in Zappa's ever-evolving lineup of musicians. After his years with Zappa, Mann became a sought-after session musician, collaborating with artists such as Andy Summers, Kenny Loggins, Tammy Wynette, Los Lobos, and the London Symphony Orchestra. He also contributed to film scores for prominent composers like Hans Zimmer, Jeff Rona, and Klaus Badelt. In Mann's final Facebook post, on December 21st, which would have been Zappa's 83rd birthday, he shared a memorable anecdote about his time with the legendary musician. He recounted a moment from November 1977 when he broke Zappa's orchestral bass drum mallet during a performance of Disco Boy. Expecting a reprimand, Mann was instead met with Zappa's approval and a rare smile. "After the show, I went to Frank apologetically, expecting him to be dismayed. But instead, he broke into a big smile, gave me a pat on the back, and said, 'That's what I've been talking about, and you finally got it,'" Mann wrote. The next day, of course, Frank was back to business, but I could feel that for some reason, breaking that mallet had earned me a seal of approval. He didn't say this, but I know he was thinking. I hired him to play, but now he's past the audition. Ed Mann's legacy will live on through the countless recordings and live performances he contributed to over his illustrious career. An amazing body of work. His important time with Frank Zappa and numerous other artists has left a lasting impact on the music world. His creativity, skill, and passion continue to inspire musicians and fans alike. Rest in peace, Ed Mann.